pitch. We'll now have our first pitch thrown out. If I can get the Sager folks out there. This is Chief Sager from the Strasburg Police Department.
The 2025 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2025 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight as we get ready to finally get this game started at about an 8:30 start time. At the end of the day, it'll be an hour and a half delay. Covington ran into traffic, believe it or not, on Interstate 81. Coming out of the All-Star break, the Express 22-11, Covington 11-19. Josh Osiander gets the baseball for the Express here in this ball game. Osiander is a 6'1" right-hander out of Western Carolina University, out of Northampton, Pennsylvania. And the lineup he will face tonight for the visiting Lumberjacks of Covington out of the South Division. Leading off and playing third, it's Daniel Castillo. Batting second, the center fielder Brandon Durfee. Batting third is Victor Sanchez, the DH. Batting fourth is Wilfred Gonzalez, the shortstop. Archimedes Barrios, the first baseman, will bat fifth. Batting sixth is Giovanni Castellano, the second baseman. Batting seventh, Nick Rodriguez, the catcher. Batting eighth is Andres Gonzalez, the left fielder, and batting ninth and playing right, it's Tyler Tamargo. Again, we're coming out of the All-Star break. First game for both of these teams rained out last night. The Express were supposed to play in Winchester. That game has been postponed and moved to tomorrow night. And we're ready for baseball. First pitch of the game misses outside at 8:28 after an hour and 28-minute delay. The count is 1-0. And the pitch. Osiander deals in for a strike. Appreciate everyone joining us tonight, and you might be staying up late with us if you want to watch this one all the way through. Osiander's numbers on the year: he's thrown 10 innings. He has 9 strikeouts, an ERA of 8.10. And the batter Castillo hitting .203. Through 59 at-bats, he's got 8 RBIs. The pitch misses 2-1 now. Covington in last place right now in the South Division. Strasburg number 1 in the North. 2-1 is lined to second. That'll be picked up by Castillo. His throw to first is in time. Bang, bang play as Eddie Castillo ranged to his left and threw it to Beaver for the first out of the game here in the top of the first.
Also from Vasco Hernando, number 33, Brandon Durfee.
Castillo, the leadoff man, was out of Pasco Hernando, and here is Brandon Durfee. Durfee also out of Pasco Hernando, 6-foot righty, 190. Hitting in the 2 spot here tonight for the Covington Lumberjacks. The first pitch is outside. First time Covington's been here in a couple of years. Last year, the North did not play the South. So this is our first look at them since they have kind of rebranded their team a little bit. They're no longer wearing like the red and black uniforms. They're now like a navy blue and a Carolina blue. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Durfee hitting .333 for the Jacks, 11 for 33 with 3 runs driven in. Alciander from the stretch, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. That pitch was diving in on his hands. It's 1-2. Again, Strasburg now leading the North Division by a game and a half. A lot of postponements last night around the league. One game was played. Front Royal beat Culpeper. That pitch is fouled back, 1-2. Meanwhile, a little bit of a surprise. Woodstock actually forfeited their game to Stanton. So the River Bandits lost a half a game last night. A swing and a miss from Alciander as he gets it down on the hands again. 2 quick outs. So Strasburg's lead in the North is up to a game and a half. And we're in the final stretch here. It sounds like the league is going to be prioritizing divisional games. So after tonight, likely will not be seeing anyone from the South the rest of the regular season. In fact, I can almost guarantee it. Here is Victor Sanchez, the designated hitter. Sanchez, a 5'11" righty. He hails from Miami, Florida. Alciander, the pitch, and that is low, ball 1. Sanchez hitting .282 with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. He swings and misses. Man, Josh is really keeping the pitches inside, and that's usually something that keeps you safe if you can locate it to a righty. He's putting it right where the hitters cannot hit it. The 1-1, the pitch. Swinging a high fly to left center. That's deep, but Douglas is back there to make the catch. And Josh Alciander twirls a 1-2-3 top of the first here in Strasburg. We head to the bottom of the first. Express coming up to bat. They'll face Giannis Rembert when we return on the Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the first. Giannis Rimbert, right-hander out of the University of the Cumberlands, will get the start tonight for Covington. Brady Bowles, the shortstop out of Panola Junior College, leads off, and the first pitch is swung on and hit the second. Castellano down, routine play, throw to first in time, one pitch, one out. Jay Douglas, the center fielder, will step in now. Douglas named the North Division Player of the Week, Hitter of the Week. Out of Eastern Kentucky, first pitch. That's high. Rest of the lineup for Strasburg. Batting third, Eddie Castillo, the second baseman. Batting fourth is the DH, Josh Ebay. Batting fifth, Landon Beaver, the first baseman. Batting sixth, Paul Osting, the left fielder. 1-0 to Jay Douglas. Swinging a high fly down the right field line. Moving to his left is Tamargo towards the line. It's a fair ball. First baseman nearly ran right into Douglas. I don't know what that was all about, but Douglas is in the second with a double. So Jay, instead of hitting it down the left field line, he hits it down the right field line, and he's on second. First hit of the game. Aiden Tallarico, the right fielder, makes his Express debut. He's batting seventh. Batting eighth is Jack Anderson, the third baseman, and batting ninth is Eddie Morales, the catcher. So runner at second, one out after the opposite field double down the line. If you can see the right fielder on the video stream, he is well off the line, so that was a long run for him, and he just couldn't get there. So Castillo looking to drive in a run or two here in the first inning. The pitch, Douglas delayed steal. Now he's going to go back. Douglas' 24th hit of the year. He's now 24 for 63, nearly a 400 batting average. Castillo hitting an even 400, 28 for 70 with 6 home runs and 22 RBIs. 1-0. That's inside, 2-0. North Division won the All-Star game the other night. They came from behind. They were trailing by a run in the ninth. Landon Beaver drew the bases-loaded walk with a 3-2 count and 2 outs in the ninth to tie the game, and then some other guys came up with some hits. Dangerous count here for Castillo, 2-0. Swinging a hard ground ball, third base line. It's a fair ball down past the third baseman, Castillo, into the corner. And Eddie Castillo is into second base. The run comes in to score, and the Express lead it 1-0 here. Back-to-back doubles in the bottom of the first. So another hard hit baseball there from Eddie Castillo. He just keeps on hitting. An unbelievable showing so far this summer for Eddie Castillo as he drives in the run, his 23rd RBI of the year. So 1-0 Strasburg. Here's eBay. Josh out of Stephen F. Alston, and he takes down, ball one. So a ground ball to start the game on one pitch, and then back-to-back doubles by Douglas and Castillo. Strasburg, the best hitting team in the league and one of the best in recent memory when it comes to offense. 1-0 to eBay. That is high, 2-0. Josh hitting .337. He has 8 home runs and 29 RBIs. Other games going on around the league tonight. Stanton's at Purcellville. Waynesboro's at Culpeper. Harrisonburg's at Front Royal, and Woodstock is at Newmarket. So a visit to the mound by the catcher here. Newmarket leading Woodstock 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Another dangerous count here for the right-hander Rembert. His numbers on the year, he enters 12 1/3 innings pitched. He has 21 strikeouts and a 3.65 ERA. So he's been pretty solid, especially with the strikeouts so far, but he's in an early hole here and a dangerous count for eBay. Castillo jumping around and a breaking ball in there for a strike, 2-1. We've seen Rembert using the fastball a lot so far. That's one of the first breaking balls we've seen, and he got it in there for a strike. Second baseman way up behind the base. 2-1. Up and in, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to eBay with Landon Beaver, the dangerous hitting first baseman out of UAB, awaiting on deck. Swing and a high fly to right, down the line. Tamargo is going to get there on the sliding catch. Heck of a play out there. He fires it in. Tagging to third is Castillo, and there are 2 outs. So they are making him run a lot out there.
Number 15, Landon Beaver.
But a very nice play and a big out there they had as eBay was in a 3-1 count, but he flies out on the sliding play by the right fielder. So 2 outs now, runner at third for Landon Beaver. Beaver hit a big home run here on Saturday against Woodstock. 2-run shot in the first inning. And he takes high. Beaver with 9 home runs and 36 RBIs. He has more home runs than 1 or 2 teams by himself. From the stretch. That's way inside, 2-0. That's now 8 balls to 5 strikes for the right-hander Giannis Rembert. Again, we're just getting started here, bottom of the first. We got started at 8:28, an hour and 28-minute delay due to traffic on the interstate as Covington was trying to make their way up here. 2-0, and that's to the backstop. Dimensions here at the ballpark, 300 feet down the left and right field lines in the straightaway center. It's 365. Not a lot of room behind the plate here. Some parks you would have easily scored a run there. Others, like here, you don't really have a chance. 3-0, and really wouldn't be surprised if Landon tries to let it rip here. Do have Paul Osting, the left fielder, on deck, the switch hitter. 3-0 to Beaver. And he takes a strike. Haven't seen many guys swing 3-0 this summer. Three-one. Swinging a pop-up, and that's going to get out of play to the left. Hopefully it doesn't hit a police car. Tonight is first responders night, so we've got a lot of the folks from the Strasburg Police Department and some of the fire and rescue as well, I believe. Definitely don't want any broken windshields. 3-2. And the pitch. And that's down and in, ball 4. Beaver draws the 2-out walk, and the line will move on for the Express.
Make sure you turn in those foul balls tonight because we have a very heavy police presence. Just saying. The left fielder from Western Illinois University, number 9, Paul Osting.
Here's Paul Osting, the left fielder. Osting out of Western Illinois, out of Louisville, Kentucky. 6-foot switch hitter. Hitting .272 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Beaver at first, Castillo at third, and 1-0 our score, bottom of the first. And Paul hits it right side. First baseman Fields throws to first in time. And the inning is over. Bang, bang play. Score it 3-1, and that'll do it in the first. Strasburg scores a run. They leave a couple. We head to the second. Express lead the Lumberjacks of Covington 1-0. Go to the top of the second inning in Strasburg. Two balls, no strikes to the four-hitter Wilfred Gonzalez, and now 3 balls and no strikes. So Osiander in danger of walking the leadoff man here in Wilfred Gonzalez. 3-0. And that's in there for a strike. Gonzalez out of Florida Gulf Coast University, 5'9", right-hander from Miami, Florida. Comes in hitting .363 with a home run and 7 RBIs, and he takes ball 4. It's a leadoff walk.
First baseman from Rollins College, number 34, Archimedes Barrios.
Here's Archimedes Barrios, the first baseman out of Rollins College from Pembroke Pines, Florida, 6'1", 190. Bats from the left side. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Osiander blew it right by him, 0-1. And Covington enters play with a record of 11-19. They're 10.5 games out of first in the South. Very small lead at first for the base runner Gonzalez. And Archimedes takes outside, ball 1. Strasburg 22-11, a game and a half up on Woodstock for the number 1 seed. The Express have won 3 in a row, 8 out of their last 10. Covington has won 1 game in a row. They've lost 6 out of their last 10. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Humid night for baseball. Temps were not as high today as they had been previously. They'll get back up there the next couple of days, but the humidity is there. I think we're around 70 to 80% right now. 1-2, looking for the double play. Runner jumping around at first. The pitch is swung on and missed, and Barrios down on strikes for the first out in the second. Here's Giovanni Castellano, the second baseman.
Number 11, Giovanni Castellano.
Castellano also from Pasco Hernando. Looks like the Jacks have 4 guys from there, or 3. The pitch. Inside. Had to get out of the way there, 1-0. If you're following the live stats, Castellano is not in there because we couldn't find him in the system, so we have a pitcher currently showing in that spot. Check to first, back in safely. Count is 1-0. Still looking for that double play ball. And that's going to find the inside. 1-1. Defense for Strasburg in the outfield. Osting in left, Douglas in center, and Tallarico is in right. Third, Anderson. Bowles at short. Castillo at second. Beaver at first. Morales, the catcher tonight for Strasburg. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to number 11. Swing and a foul back. And it's 1-2. Lots of 1s, 2s, and 0s on the scoreboard right now. Or you could say 0, 1s, and 2s. Gonzalez taking his lead at first after the leadoff walk. Gets a little bit bigger and a check to first, back in safely. First base coach standing way back there. Guess he's trying to get a better read on the pickoffs. He must be cold. He's wearing a sweatshirt. I indeed did not bring one tonight. I did not bring it. 1-2. And down and in, 2-2. 1-0 Express here in the top of the second. Here on the 15th of July in 2025. It's going to be a long night. We'll be here to bring you the game. 2-2, fouled off. Covington visiting gray pants, gray navy blue tops with the kind of Carolina blue number and letter. We've got American flag there on the back of the jersey above the number. I believe they've rebranded to kind of align with the high school down there in Covington. Pretty sharp jerseys, really. 2-2. Breaking ball, chopped to third. Going to be a tough turn. Anderson bobbles and then gets it off to first in time, so they do get the out. A runner moves up to second, and there are 2 outs. And it brings Nick Rodriguez, the catcher, to the plate.
The catcher from Nova Southeastern, number 21, Nick Rodriguez.
Rodriguez out of Nova Southeastern University. 6-foot lefty from Miami, Florida. There aren't many guys on this roster that are not from Florida. There's about 5 or 6, a couple of guys from West Virginia, a couple of guys from Georgia, primarily a full team of Floridians. Ground ball to short. Charging his Bowles, he will throw to first in time, and Hacienda works out of the leadoff walk. A rare exception against the rule of walking that leadoff man, but he gets it done. And we go to the bottom of the second. Strasburg coming to bat for the second time tonight. They'll send up 7, 8, 9 when we return on the Express Baseball Network. Aiden Tallarico making his Express debut. He'll step in here for the first time, and the first pitch is way outside, ball one.
While you're watching a baseball game, check out the sunset to right field. That is really nice out there.
Tallarico out of Florida Southwestern State from Pawleys Island, South Carolina, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Added to the Express roster to finish out the regular season and head into the playoffs. I hear he's got pretty good talent. 1-0. That is high, 2 balls, no strikes. 1-0 Express. They score a run in the first inning after back-to-back doubles by Jay Douglas and Eddie Castillo. 2-0 for Tallarico. Swing and a foul back, 2-1. Rembert looking for a little bit of a more efficient inning than the first. And he swings and misses, blew that fastball by him, 2-2. 2-2 the count here, bottom of the second. 7th hitter in the lineup, Aiden Tallarico, the right fielder. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the first out here in the second inning is a punch out.
Now batting the third baseman from James Madison University, number 14, Jack Anderson.
It'll bring Jack Anderson, the third baseman, to the plate. Anderson out of James Madison University. Rolling with the same look that he used the other day at the All-Star game, going with the short pants, showing the purple socks off. He had a really solid game defensively for the North All-Stars over there at third. Swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Rembert does appear to have pretty good velocity on the fastball. We talked about his strikeout numbers earlier. The Express don't want to let him get into a groove. Anderson does have home run power, the 0-1. And he takes for a ball, 1-1. Anderson hitting .252 with 4 home runs and 18 runs driven in. One, and that's down and away. Two one to Jack Anderson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul and out of play. Two. And a swing and a line drive into right center field. That's going to be caught on the run out there by Tamargo. Anderson stung it well, but Tyler Tamargo gets there to make the catch there, 2 outs. And here's Eddie Morales, the catcher out of Pasco Hernando. And that's in there, 0-1. Morales takes down and away. Eddie hitting .272 through 11 at-bats. He's got 3 hits, including a home run and 6 RBIs. That home run was a grand slam. And he swings and hits it into left. It's a base hit, and that's what you call a barrel right there. He barreled that baseball up in a big way. And a 2-out single for Strasburg will flip the lineup back to the top for Brady Bowles, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 41, Brady Bowles.
Man, he hit that ball hard. All right, Strasburg looking for some 2-out magic here in the second inning off of Rembert. And that is in there for a strike, 0-1. That won the count. And 2 outs. Bowles grounded out the second his first time up. And he takes low. He did hit it hard, but it was right at the second baseman, Castellano. And down and away, 2 balls and 1 strike now. Two-1 with Morales at first. Pretty good lead over there for the catcher. And Bowles takes low again, 3-1. Jay Douglas on deck. He doubled and scored his first time up. And that is ball 4. So Bowles draws the 2-out walk, and now the Express in business here, first and second, with 2 outs for Jay Douglas, the center fielder. Douglas with a fly ball down the right field line his first time up. It just dropped fair to the left of Tamargo, the right fielder. Left fielder playing deep out there. And that's down and away, ball 1. A little bit of a cross up there. And I think Rodriguez was expecting the pitch up and in. Maybe just a mislocation. 1-0. Douglas does have a home run on the year. It was right here in this ballpark. Down and away again, and you can tell that Giannis Rembert's getting frustrated out there. 2 balls and no strikes now. And the pitch count for him continues to rise. 21 balls, 17 strikes through an inning and 2/3. And there's going to be some bullpen activity here. The Lumberjacks are sending someone down there. It looks like Sebastian Griffith, right-hander out of Albany State, going to the bullpen. 2-0. Douglas fouls it back, 2-1. This inning started with a strikeout and a lineout, then a single and a walk. And a 2-1 count for Jay Douglas, the Strasburg center fielder out of Eastern Kentucky University. Center fielder shaded to his left a bit, 2-1, swinging a fly to center. That's going to be down. No, it's not. Center fielder tripped out there, but he still made the catch. Tough luck there for Douglas as Durfee's right there to make the play. A stinger and an atom ball right at him, and that'll do it in the second. So Strasburg strands 2 with 2 outs. We go to the third. Express lead the Lumberjacks 1-0. 1-0 Strasburg as we go to the top of the third. First pitch swinging, grounding at the third. Anderson, short hop throw to first in time. He made that play a couple of times in the All-Star game the other day as Andres Gonzalez grounds out for the first out here in the third.
The right fielder from Tusculum College, number 13, Tyler Tamargo.
Here's Tyler Tamargo, the right fielder, out of Tusculum College, 5'10" lefty, Miami, Florida. And the pitch. And that is outside, ball one. Tamargo hitting .229 with 2 RBIs. He swings and fouls it back 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Osiander, the righty, kicks and delivers. And that is in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Tamargo, the 9-hitter here in this Covington lineup. Top of the lineup is next, and Daniel Castillo, the third baseman. And outside, 2-2. Throwing continues in the Covington bullpen, or at least it appeared that it was. Had that right-hander down there, Sebastian Griffith. 2-2, and ball 3. Strasburg has left 4 men on base through 2 innings, so we'll see if they can get the offense going here. Osiander working quickly, and he's swinging a ground ball to short, charging bowls, bobbles, throws to first in time, and there are 2 outs. So 2 up, 2 down here in the third for Covington, and back to the top of the lineup. Daniel Castillo grounded out to second his first time up. Castillo hit it to Castillo back in the first. And then Castillo hit it to Castillo again in the bottom of the first. And that misses, ball 1. And ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now. And ball 3. Brandon Durfee, the center fielder, struck out his first time up. He would be next if Osiander can't get back in the count here, and he cannot. 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the game for Osiander, and Durfee comes to the plate here in the third.
Center fielder, number 33, Brandon Durfee.
Top of the fourth, Newmarket leading Woodstock 4-0 now. The pitch, swing and a miss. Culpepper and Waynesboro just underway for some reason there. Stanton trailing Percival 4-0 bottom 6. Harrisonburg leading Front Royal 9-1 in the 6th. 0-1, the pitch. Runner goes. It is a strike. Throw to second, high, tag applied, and he is out. Called stealing, 2-4. Castillo applied the tag, and that'll do it here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third, excuse me. Strasburg coming up as they lead 1-0 here on the Express Baseball Network. Eddie Castillo leads off for Strasburg in the bottom of the third. Quickly takes a strike. It's 0-1. Next pitch is down and away, 1-1. Eddie with a RBI double his first time up. Hit it down the left field line past the third baseman Castillo. 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Giannis Rembert deals. And a swing and a fly into right field. Getting back there and making the catch is Tamargo. And a line out to right to start the third inning for Strasburg.
The DH, number 22, Josh eBay.
There's Josh eBay. eBay with a fly out to right his first time up. If they didn't have Tamargo out there, it would be probably uglier than 1-0 right now. He's been making some decent plays for sure. The pitch. And that's a foul ball off the hands. Count is quickly 0-1. And breaking ball, did he go? No, he didn't, says the first base umpire. One ball, one strike, one out. And that's low, 2-1. eBay takes a little bit down and away. 3-1 the count now with Landon Beaver on deck. Dangerous count, the pitch. And that's down and away, ball 4. So eBay draws the walk, and the Express have a base runner here in the bottom of the third. And for Rembert, one walk in the first, one walk in the second, and another walk here in the third. Again, Strasburg, they're averaging 2 men left on base per inning so far. Not a statistic that you want to continue. You want to try to get some guys in, especially with just a 1-0 lead. Beaver takes down the middle. Looked like a changeup. It is 0-1. Major League Baseball All-Star Game in Atlanta on right now. National League leads the American League 2-0, bottom of the third. From my biased perspective, always good to see the National League win. 0-1. Swinging a number third base side, it's going to go foul. And Rembert's got Beaver down 0-2 here.
Our guys go through a boatload of water out there, and Paul and Connie Fradel just donated 10 cases of water, so thank you guys very, very much.
Oh, 2 to Beaver with eBay at first. Strasburg leading 1-0. We play here in the bottom of the third. Giannis Rembert's 0-2 is down and in, and it gets past the catcher all the way to the backstop. It'll be a wild pitch. Good effort back there from Rodriguez, but it was down and in the dirt. One, two the count. Beaver out of UAB. And he swings and hits a sky-high fly to center. Durfee will back up. Now he's backing up even more. He finally gets there. eBay is going to tag up for third, and he's going to get there easily. Ball got away. That ball just kept on going to center field, the deepest part of the park, but Durfee back there to make the snag. eBay moves to to third, and there are 2 outs for Paul Osting, who hit a ground ball to the right side his first time up and got thrown out on a bang-bang play, 1-3. Osting trying to drive in the second run of the game here for Strasburg. And the pitch. That's in there, 0-1. Swing and a foul back. It's 0-2. To Paul Osting. And away for ball, 1-2. Strasburg 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Covington no runs on no hits and no errors. And the 1-2 skips to the plate. eBay unable to get there. It knocked away, then it rolled. I think it went off the catcher and then trickled down the line. If Douglas is at third there, he might score. He may have gotten there before they had gotten to the ball, period. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now. Set, and the pitch. And a breaking ball high, 3-2. Giannis was walking off the mound. But Osting, nice job working the count full here with Aiden Tallarico, the right fielder, on deck. Three-two, payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that'll do it here in the third. Strasburg leaves yet another man. That is now 2 strikeouts for Giannis Rimbert. And we're going to the fourth. 1-0 Strasburg here on the Express Baseball Network. We go to the top of the fourth. Strasburg leading 1-0. 2, 3, 4 in the lineup for the Lumberjacks, and the pitch is fouled off. It's quickly 0-2 to Brandon Durfee, who was batting last half inning when Castillo was caught stealing. Hacienda on the mound tonight for the Express out of WCU, Western Carolina. He's behind, or he's ahead 0-2, and a foul back, still 0-2. 0-2 is popped up right side. Beaver going to give it a look, but it's out of play. And yet another foul ball here for Durfee. We'll try the 0-2 again. Hacienda shaking off a couple of pitches, and he kicks and deals. And a breaking ball is hammered left center and deep. Douglas going back to the wall, and it's off the wall. He gets to it quickly, fires to second, but not in time. It's the first hit of the game. And the Lumberjacks have a tying run at second with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. I think Douglas actually got back to the spot. Just might have underestimated or overestimated how far it was going to go. So Durfee's at second, and Victor Sanchez will step in. The pitch to Sanchez. And that's low, ball one. 1-0. Strasburg number one in offense with a team average of 297. That pitch is down and away. Covington, 251 batting average. Lumberjacks have 17 home runs so far. Strasburg at 53. Covington has hit 8 triples, which leads the league. 2-0. And fires in a strike as Hacienda 2-1. Two-one is drilled left center. It's deep and off the wall again. Run comes in to score. Holding it first is Sanchez, and we're tied at 1 here in the top of the fourth. Back-to-back hard hits for the Lumberjacks. Durfee comes in easily. Sanchez has to hold it first after the Express did a good job getting it in. So 1-1 our score. And Hacienda's going to look to get his first out of the inning here. And then Wilfred Gonzalez swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Gonzalez a walk his first time up. He led off the second with a walk, but he did not come in to score. 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. Hacienda losing his rhythm a little bit here in this fourth inning. 52 pitches, 30 strikes, 22 balls through 3+ innings here for the right-hander. Looking for the double play. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got it past him, 1-2. 1-2. And down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Archimedes Barrios is on deck. 2-2. Inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This inning started by the double by Durfee, then the RBI single by Sanchez. Both very hard hit. 3-2. Runner goes and stops. The pitch is fouled off. So 3-2. We'll do it again. Three-two. And that hit him. Had him down 2 strikes. 1-2 at one point, and he ends up hitting him. And visit to the mound here. First and second, nobody out for Covington. We'll be right back. First and second, nobody out. Archimedes Barrios struck out swinging his first time up. Express expecting the possible bunt. He will show. He will stab at it. Strike one. 0-1. Beaver at first, playing way in to try to make the play. Last thing you want to do, though, if you're Strasburg, is try forcing a play to third and you don't get anything. 0-1. He shows again. He pops it up, third base side, foul. Anderson nearly got there to make the catch. And now he's behind 0-2. Well, seeing a guy try to sacrifice is pretty rare in today's game. Seeing them actually execute it is almost even more rare. The Lumberjacks do have 1 sacrifice bunt this year. So Covington and Strasburg are both tied for last with 1 sack bunt. 0-2, he's swinging away and drives it left side, foul. I think he was being held back. And the count is still 0-2. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We play here in the top of the 4th with nobody out. We're about an hour in, but 2.5 hours later than we expected to be at this point. 0-2. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and they struck him out for the second time tonight. He has struck out and been the first out in innings number 2 and 4 as Giovanni Castellano, the second baseman who grounded out to third his first time up, will bat here for the Covington Lumberjacks. Or the Jacks, as some know them. Hacienda looking to get through this 4th inning. And the pitch. And strike one, 0-1. Covington with 2 hits in the inning, a single and a double. Then a hit by a pitch and a strikeout. 0-1. And that's low, 1-1. Strasburg wearing their purple tops today with the black sleeves. white letters and numbers. They've got the American flag, top of their number, back of the jersey. Got their white pants on. One ball, one strike, one out to number 11. Here we go with this again. A lot of ones on the board. The pitch. And in there on a changeup. Good pitch from Osiander. It's 1-2. Castellano out of Pasco Hernando. 5'10", 170. The pitch. Swing and a excuse me single to the right side. It'll drive in the go-ahead run. Runner heading to third. Third of the plate gets away, and now the runner moves up to second. So they had him down 2 strikes. He just sticks the bat head out and hits it into right. Ball gets away, 2-1 Covington, and they're still in business, second and third with just 1 out. So an error will be charged to the right fielder, allowing the runner to move up to second. So Gonzalez third, Castellano with the RBI single getting to second. And that'll be it for the right-hander. Express going to the bullpen, trailing Covington 2-1. We're back after this. New pitcher for Strasburg here in the top of the fourth is the right-hander Bryce Mitchell. Tough spot, second and third, 1 out. Mitchell out of Bucknell, 6-foot righty from Damascus, Maryland. The batter is Nick Rodriguez, and the pitch is outside, 2-0. So Covington waking up in this inning for 3 hits, two singles and a double. Also a hit by a pitch in there, and then the 1 out, a strikeout. So these runners at second and third are Ossiander's responsibility. He's already allowed 2 runs. 2-0 now. Bryce Mitchell, the righty, deals. 3-0. Andres Gonzalez, the left fielder, on deck for the Lumberjacks. And Covington, 11-19 in the South Division. The Express beat up on them really bad the only other time they played this year. And he fires in a strike on 3-0. It's 3-1. Mitchell enters with a 5.40 ERA, 13 strikeouts and 13 in the third, but he has walked 11. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Nasty slider. That was down and in, and batter couldn't lay off, so from 3-0 to 3-2 here. Three-two. And a swing and a foul out of play. Three-two again. Mitchell deals, and a swing and a ground ball to short. It's going to score another run. Throw to first is picked out nicely by Beaver. And there are 2 outs. That could have been a big time mistake there for the Express. RBI ground out for Rodriguez. Covington leads 3-1. Can't even understate underscore how important that pick was. So RBI ground out for Rodriguez. That is his second RBI of the year. Now runner at third, 2 outs for Andres Gonzalez. Grounded out to third, his only time up. And that's inside, ball 1. Mitchell fires in a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. See if the Express can hold it right here and put their offense to work. One thing we've noticed with this Express offense this year, as good as they have been, the next day after a rainout has not been all that great. 1-1. Swing and a miss, nasty there, 1-2. Look back to that game about a week ago that ended their 6-game winning streak over in Purcellville. They lost that game. They had a lot of chances. I think they lost 4-3 or something in that area. They had a bunch of men left on base, and they've been leaving men on so far tonight. 1-2, and he went after it and couldn't connect. Strikeout for Mitchell. Does a nice job getting out of damage, just allowing the 1 run, which will go on Ossiander's line. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Looks like Giannis Rembert's back to the mound for Covington. We'll be back after this here on the Express Baseball Network. Back to Strasburg, the Express have some work to do, trailing 3-1. Aiden Tallarico leads off here in the bottom of the third inning. Excuse me, bottom of the fourth inning, and the pitch misses, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Tallarico struck out in his first at-bat as a member of the Express. He swings and fouls it back. It's 1-1. Tallarico, Anderson, Morales due up here for the Express. And he takes high. 2-1. Aiden out of Florida Southwestern State. 2-1, up and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. See if Rimbert can avoid the unthinkable here. Takes a deep breath, drops his hands, he kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss. Big hack there from Tallarico, 3-2. And he swung and fouled it off. Just got a piece. Catcher couldn't hold on. Still 3-2. Going to be a late one here tonight from First Bank Park. 3-2 again. And that is a strike 3 called. And the first out here in the fourth. Tallarico down on strikes for the second time tonight. And Jack Anderson, the third baseman, will bat. Lined out to right, his only time up. I think Strasburg is hoping they can get Rimbert out of the game here. They're not doing much against him at all. Anderson takes low, ball one. Left 2 on in the first, 2 on in the second, 1 in the third. And they trail 3-1 here to the Covington Lumberjacks. 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. Rimbert still not all that efficient with his pitches. 35 balls, 33 strikes through 3 1/3, but he's only allowed the 1 run. Back-to-back doubles in the first inning. 2-0. Anderson swings and drives it left center, but playable out there, and making the catch is Gonzalez at the wall. 2 good swings for Anderson. Both line outs, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. So Tallarico the first out in the second and the fourth. Anderson the second out in the second and the fourth. Now Morales, who singled back in the second. And he swings and misses at a breaking ball, 0-1. Major League Baseball All-Star Game. National League still leading the American League 2-0, bottom of the fifth. Pitching is getting too good that there's not enough offense in it. 0-1, a swing and a miss again on that same breaking ball. Quickly 0-2. To the catcher, and he throws it again, lays off. A little bit of breeze up here. Yeah, it's not a cool breeze, but it's a breeze. It's like when you're thirsty sometimes. Water might be hot, but it's still water. Still doing its job somewhat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Morales. And that's low again, 2-2. A lot of perspiration here at the ballpark tonight. And again, missing down and away, 3-2. He's trying to throw in that pitch. Well, he threw it 2 times on the first 2 pitches, got swings and misses, and he's tried to throw it 3 more times. Shakes off a pitch here. He might be going back to it again. The pitch. And he goes with the fastball, and he walked him. So Morales draws the 2-out walk.
Shortstop, number 41, Brady Bowles.
And the lineup flips back to the top. Brady Bowles, the Strasburg shortstop. Visit to the mound here to come talk to the right-hander Rembert. Is that going to be it here? Let's see if they're going to the pen. There is a right-hander getting hot down there. And the coach is watching down there. I think they're stalling. Again, this is the thing that drives me crazy if they end up making a move after. Nope, no move. All right.
Shortstop,
All right.
41, Brady Bowles.
So Bowles out of Panola Junior College. One swing could tie this thing up here in the bottom of the 4th, but the right-hander for Covington trying to keep it right here at a 3-1 game, and Giannis Rembert out of the University of the Cumberlands. The pitch. That's outside, ball 1. See if we can get a number on the right-hander getting loose for Covington. It may still be Sebastian Griffith. Looks like it is. 1-0 to Bowles. That's in there for a strike at the knees, 1-1. Swing and a bloop in the center. That's going to be down for a base hit. And Bowles singles to center, the 4th Strasburg hit of the game. And let's see if that's going to be it for Rembert here. Head coach is tipping the cap down there.
Center fielder, number 10, Jay Douglas.
So Douglas will step in for the 3rd time tonight. And that's going to be it. A little bit late now to be coming out. So that will be it for Giannis Rembert. He leaves with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And Covington goes to the pen. We'll tell you about the new hurler after this on the Express Baseball Network. All right, big spot here for Jay Douglas in the bottom of the fourth. Express that first and second, 2 outs. New pitcher for the Covington Lumberjacks, the right-hander Sebastian Griffith, 6'2" righty from Albany State University. And the tall righty will come in here and face Douglas, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored and a sharp line out to center. First pitch. That's way high. The Express, you got to give them credit. They've hit the ball hard tonight. Anderson's hit it hard twice. Douglas has hit it hard twice. And Morales, very hard, left side. 1-0 to Jay Douglas. And that is high, 2-0 numbers on the year for Griffith. 5.21 ERA, 16 strikeouts in 19 innings. Griffith has walked 8 and allowed 22 hits. So he does allow hits. 2 balls, no strikes to Douglas with Castillo on deck. Swinging a ground ball to short, and this is going to get him out of the inning. 2-0 pitch is hit to short, and Gonzalez makes the play. 2 more men left for Strasburg as we're off to the 5th. 3-1 Lumberjacks here on the Express Baseball Network. Covington holds on to a 3-1 lead as we go to the top of the 5th. Covington will send up 9-1-2 against Bryce Mitchell, second arm of the night for the Express. First pitch to Tyler Tamargo, who grounded out his first time up, has swung on and missed 0-1. Final line for the Express starter, for the Covington starter, Rembert. He went 3 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 4 and struck out 3. Pitch is in there, quickly 0-2. Somebody's eating some burnt popcorn right now. Man. Wind must be blowing the right way, or it's right below it, exactly below us. 0-2 from Mitchell, and way outside, 1-2. Updated scores around the Valley League. Harrisonburg is absolutely putting it to Front Royal, 20-2 in the 7th. Purcellville leads Stanton 5-1 in the 8th. Woodstock trails Newmarket 4-1 in the 6th inning. 1-2, and in the dirt. And no score showing in that Culpeper-Waynesboro game. Still says top of the 1st inning, nothing. So not really sure what's happening over there. Two, and that is chopped foul towards the Covington dugout. And that is a ground ball to short, backhand pickup by Bowles. His throw to first is right on the money. Solid defensive shortstop out there, one out here in the fifth.
Third baseman number 8, Daniel Castillo.
And the first pitch is ball one. One 0 to Daniel Castillo. He's 0 for 1. And he takes for a strike. One ball, one strike, one out. Mitchell deals outside, 2-1. Express are scheduled to go on the road to Winchester tomorrow night to take on the Royals. That game has been rained out 3 or 4 times, and of course it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. So we'll see if that game will be played. We'll be home again on Wednesday night. 2-1 is hit in the air to left on the pop-up. Coming in and sliding and making the catch out there is Osting. Heck of a play by Paul Osting, sliding in to make the catch on the shallow pop. There are 2 outs here in the fifth. And Brandon Durfee will bat.
Center fielder number 33, Brandon Durfee.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. A 1 popped up right field, tough play, and that's going to be down. Tallarico can't get there, and the base runner falls over on his way to the base. He'll get there safely, and Durfee, and he's halfway to the cycle, a single and a double here in the top of the fifth. Fourth hit for Covington. That was just a little jam shot. And Victor Sanchez, who is 1 for 2, will bat. Sanchez stung a baseball to left center his last time. It could have easily been a double, but it was picked up quickly out there by Douglas and fired in, so he had to stay at first. And he takes a breaking ball low, ball 1. One out. And the pitch. Runner goes. It's chopped. Right side of the mound. Past the pitcher. Anderson charges. No play. And an infield single for Sanchez. Back-to-back, singles. And the Lumberjacks have first and second with 2 outs. And here's Wilfred Gonzalez. He's 0 for 0. A walk and a hit by a pitch along with a run scored. So can Covington take advantage of a couple of balls where they just put it in play and been able to reach? Time is called by the first base umpire. And apparently just to give the base runner time to catch his breath. He forgot to put his helmet back on over there for some reason. He was going to run with it in his hand. All right, Gonzalez looking to come up here. Runner goes from second. The pitch is a strike, and runner gets there to third easily. Durfee on the stolen base. Holding up at first is Sanchez, so they keep the force alive up the middle. Base hit would give Covington a 4-1 lead here. All of this with 2 outs. 0-1. And that's in there, and Mitchell's ahead 0-2. Strasburg will have 3, 4, 5. Castillo, eBay, and Beaver due up in the bottom of the 5th inning, hoping to be trailing by just 2. Covington, meanwhile, trying to add on. 0-2, runner goes. The pitch is a ball and stealing second easily. And celebrating is Sanchez after the pitcher paid him no attention at all. So he gets second on the stolen base. Yeah, I would almost give that an indifference. 1-2. And the pitch. And that's in the dirt. Great block by Morales, 2-2. Covington's been known to be, they've had fun this year when they play their games. Very vocal. Base hit could score 2 here for the Jacks in the top of the 5th. 2-2. Mitchell sets and deals. Swing and a foul back. Morales couldn't hold on and will do it again. Mitchell came in last half inning, gave up one of Osiander's runs, but he did get a couple of outs and held the Jacks to just a 3-run inning. Wilfred Gonzalez trying to come up with a big hit here, and he swings and misses. Ball's in the dirt, going to have to throw down, and it's on the money. Nice play there by Morales to Beaver, and the inning is over. Mitchell gets out of the jam. 2 men left on for the Jacks. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Strasburg sends up 3, 4, 5 when we return on the Express Baseball Network. Bottom of the 5th in Strasburg, the Express trail the Covington Lumberjacks from the South Division 3-1. As we surpass the 10 o'clock hour here, we had a hour and a half delay due to Covington getting stuck in traffic. So things have been kind of thrown out of rhythm tonight. Start of the inning is ball 1 to Castillo, 1-0. Sebastian Griffith back to the mound here in the inning. He got the last out of the 4th, 1-0. Eddie takes up for a strike, 1-1. This is the heart of the lineup here. We'll see if Strasburg can find some rhythm. They've had some guys on, some walks, some hits. They just haven't been able to really cash in. That is in there, and the scoreboard just cut off. And now it's kind of glitching. 1-2. And that's in the dirt. 2-2 the count. 2-2 to Castillo. He's 1 for 2. And he takes high, 3-2. Possibly a very consequential pitch here. Oh, now it's 21-3. Okay. 3-2 the count. And a foul ball. I think it was trying to replicate that Front Royal score tonight. I don't know how that got up there. I think what it's saying is it's past its bedtime. Yeah. Again, the 3-2 coming up here to Castillo to lead off the fifth. Griffith deals, and he fouls it back. It really looks like he's taking a lot off of his velocity right now to try to throw a strike, which at least give him credit for not trying to just throw it as hard as he can. He is trying to avoid the leadoff walk. Three-two again. Griffith, the righty, from the stretch, long look in the pitch, and that is just ball four, a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the fifth. And Josh Ebay comes to the plate. All it takes is one mistake here, and this game is tied.
Josh Ebay.
Ebay with a runner at first and no outs. He walked his last time up. Trying to put one in the air and maybe tie this thing up. And that's away, ball one. Appreciate everyone joining us tonight. 3-1 Jacks, bottom of the fifth. Ebay awaits the pitch from Griffith. That is brought back in from the catcher, 1-1. The pitch. Breaking ball hit down the third baseline, foul. He got the curveball. It was a hanger, but he was just out in front of it. Griffith probably doesn't want to leave another one up there again, or that could end up in the trees well beyond the fence and left. So now he's got Ebay down 1-2. Ebay looking for his first hit of the game. And a check to first. Only guys with hits tonight. Bowles has a single. Castillo a double. Morales a single. And Douglas a double. So many guys in this lineup that are typically picking up a hit or two a game have none so far. 1-2. That's down and in. Good block by Rodriguez. It's even at 2-2. Two down and in, nearly hit him. Looked like he almost stepped out of the way. It's 3-2. So the count is full with nobody out. Beaver, the first baseman, next. Right-hander Sebastian Griffith out of Albany State looks in. Castillo with a good lead. He goes. The pitch is a ball, and the runner gets in the second on the walk. Good take there from Josh Ebay. Lays off back-to-back walks to start the fifth, and Landon Beaver will step in.
Landon Beaver.
It was a pretty tough pitch to lay off of there. It was like a changeup down and away, but he spit on it. Can Beaver come up with the big knock here? The pitch. And that's down and away. First baseman playing up a few feet, acting like there could be a bunt. Well, there's no chance that's going to happen. And time is called. Meeting to the mound here. Manager coming out to talk to his right-hander. We'll step away and be right back. All right, first and second, nobody out. 1-0 count for Landon Beaver here after the visit to the mound. Express trailing 3-1. The pitch. Inside, nearly hit him, and Griffith's control is suddenly dissipated. 2-0. And they're trying to hurry somebody up down in the bullpen. Hard to see the number. We're going to have to get that tarp or whatever cover fixed down there so we can see who's warming up. 2-0. Beaver takes pitcher's pitch, 2-1. Looks like a right-hander from here. Other than that, hard to tell. 2 balls, 1 strike to Beaver. And that's down and away on the changeup, 3-1. So far we've seen the double leadoff walk here in the 5th inning. The triple, really hard to come back from. Paul Osting on deck, he's 0 for 2. 3-1 to Beaver. He'll be ready to air one out here if he gets the pitch. And that misses, ball 4, and the triple leadoff walk here. And the Express have the bases loaded with nobody out. And
left fielder number 9, Paul Osting.
They're going to come out and get him here. I don't see how he's had enough time to warm up, but that's going to be it. So Covington going to manage this thing tightly here. Call to the bullpen. New pitcher coming in. Bases full. Nobody out. We'll tell you about him right after this. right, big spot in this game. New pitcher for Covington. One of the better out of the bullpen, Clayton Stewart, 6'3" righty from Francis Marion. And the Express have the bases full, nobody out after 3 consecutive walks to start the inning. Paul Osting, the batter. He's 0 for 2 tonight, trying to get off the schneid. The pitch. Way outside, ball 1. This inning started by the right-hander, Sebastian Griffith. Walked Castillo, walked eBay, and then he walked Beaver. And now a 1-0 count here for Paul Osting. Strikeout and the ground out for him. 1-0. Tall righty sets and deals. And that misses again, 2-0. Numbers for Stewart, pretty solid. 14 and 2/3 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, a 2.45 ERA. 2-0. Swing and a foul back, 2-1. Stewart's allowed just 4 runs and 4 hits on the season. So he is pretty tough to get on top of. But a 2-1 count here for Paul Osting. Again, the runners on base are not Stewart's responsibility, but he'd like to try to help his teammates' ERA. 2-1. That misses again, 3-1. He has walked 12 men in 14 2/3, so walks have been an issue for Stewart this year, almost a walk an inning per inning. Got to think Osting probably pretty selective here. – 3-1 is in the dirt, ball 4, 4th consecutive walk here. So the triple leadoff walk +1, and the Express are back on the board. It's 3-2. Bases loaded walk and an RBI for Paul Osting. So here is Aiden Tallarico. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of punch outs, and this would be a good opportunity for him to make his mark here in his first game of the year. Stewart getting the face a right-hander here in Tallarico. See if he can get ahead in the count. And a breaking ball is popped up into shallow center. Backing is Gonzalez, and it's going to drop down, and the throw to third, tag is applied, he's out, the run scores, it's 3-3. I don't know why he didn't go to second with that ball, but the run does score. It'll be an RBI for Tallarico on the fielder's choice, and just like that, it's 3-3. Really weird play right there. Don't know what happened defensively for the Lumberjacks, as good as they've been defensively. So here is Anderson. He has stung the ball hard twice. See if he can get rewarded for the first time tonight. Here's the pitch. Up and in. Almost a dome shot, 1-0. Anderson, a sharp line out to right his first time, and a deep, sharply hit line out to left back in the 4th. Runners go, the pitch is swung on and missed, throw to third, and it gets away, and it's all the way down the line. Uh-oh, time is called here. And now the throw to third. Are they going to call interference here on the batter? Here we go. Let's see. And they're going to send all the runners back. All right, so 1-0 the count. And instead of the runs, now time is called. Anderson not happy. The count, now the count is 1-1. Okay. So instead of the run scoring, interference apparently on Anderson, and everyone has to go back. So it's still first and second. after the ball was thrown down the line by Rodriguez. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One, two to Jack Anderson. Stewart sets, keeping it on the runner and deals. And a swing and a miss. And there are 2 outs here in the 5th, and Eddie Morales will come up.
The catcher, number 47, Eddie Morales.
2 runs in the inning for Strasburg. Looked like it was going to be much more there, but still an opportunity here with a 9-hitter Morales. He's been on twice, singled and walked. 3-3 our score. We play in the bottom of the 5th. Breaking ball top of the zone, above the zone, 1-0. One 0. And the pitch. And that is ball, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Morales with Brady Bowles on deck. 4 consecutive walks in the inning. If Covington can get out of this just allowing the 1 run, that would be huge, or the 2 runs, that would be huge, 2-0. And that is a strike, 2-1. Two one, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Covington will have 5, 6, 7 due up in the 6th inning as we continue to play through this game here tonight. 2-2. That's in the dirt, 3-2. All right, everybody moving here. 3-2, 2 outs. Stewart sets and deals. Breaking ball, fouled. Another barrel there. He barreled one up earlier. Fouls this one off. Well, in a game where we started late, haven't really been able to find a whole lot of rhythm in this game either. A lot of pitches being thrown. 3-2 again to Morales. And ball 4. 5th walk of the inning for the Covington pitchers. And the bases are full for Brady Bowles.
The shortstop, number 41, Brady Bowles.
Well, can Bowles come up with a big hit here? Bases full. Bowles singled on a bloop single to center his last time up. Stewart will continue to work from the stretch, and that's low, ball 1. Can Strasburg hitting finally make the Lumberjacks pay for all the walks they've committed? 1-0. And a breaking ball. In there, 1-1. The starter, Rembert, walked 4. Griffith walked 3 through a third of an inning, and Stewart has walked 2 more through 2/3 of an inning. 1-1. High and outside, 2-1. This inning started with the leadoff walk. And 3 more happened after that, so I don't know how much we can really credit it to the leadoff walk. 2-1. Swing and a miss, blew the fastball by him, and it's 2-2. The Express have already left 7 men on base through 4+ innings. If they leave 3 more here, that would make it 10 through 5 innings left on. 2-2. And a swing and a pop-up into right. Tamargo is there, and the inning is over, and Covington walks 5 men in the inning and allows just 2 runs. Off to the 6th, 3-3 our score here on the Express Baseball Network. Three to three our scores. We go to the top of the 6th. Bryce Mitchell back to the mound. And the first pitch to Archimedes Barrios is fouled back. It's 0-1. Barrios is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. He tried bunting last time up with first and second, nobody out. As I expected he would try to do. Against some in the press box that said, oh, he's not going to try to bunt. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. Now let me rephrase. He tried to bunt. Yeah. Because he put together a good swing on the 0-2 last time, fouled it away. He's behind here 0-2. Mitchell sets and delivers. And that's to the backstop, 1-2. You know, in the game of baseball, it's evolved. The waste pitches have become pitches to the backstop almost. When you waste one, you don't just try to miss a foot above the zone anymore. It's you literally throw it away. You see that a lot nowadays. Even in the major leagues, they do that. 1-2, and that's way outside, 2-2. Setting him up, now you throw the slider down and in. You throw that slider right down on the hands. Two. And a swing and a foul tip held onto, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Second baseman, number 11, Giovanni Castellano.
So Barrios has now been the first out via the strikeout in the 2nd, 4th, and 6th innings. All right, Giovanni Castellano, 1 for 2, singled in and run his last time up. He was down 2 strikes and just kind of sprayed it to right field between Beaver and Castillo. Count is 1-0. And in there for a strike, Mitchell back in the count, 1-1. Finally, a little bit of a cooler breeze now. And for the third time tonight, a 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to number 11. The pitch misses 2-1. That has happened every single time he has been up in this game. 2-1. That's in there. 2-2. Yeah, the Bugs must not be enjoying the weather as much. Not many of them out tonight. Mitchell looks in, and the pitch is in there at the bottom of the zone. Strike 3 called. Castellano, something said to the umpire. He didn't like it. But in there at the bottom of the zone for out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. And a 2-strike count, it's not one you really want to take. Nick Rodriguez, the batter, he has grounded out to short twice tonight. Last time was an RBI ground out with men at second and third. The pitch, Mitchell gets it in there for a strike, and Rodriguez can't believe it either. He's not happy. 0-1. Mitchell all around the strike zone here for the most part during this outing. 0-1. That's inside, 1-1. Covington and Strasburg tied at 3 here, top of the 6th inning. We're 2 hours and 7 minutes in from our 8:28 start time. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Big hack there from Rodriguez. It's 1-2. Strasburg will send 2, 3, 4 Douglas Castillo and eBay to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. One, two, and that's way outside. Mitchell looking for a 1-2-3 inning on strikes here. He struck out the first 2 men, 1 swinging and 1 looking. Rodriguez trying to get on, and he takes high, 3-2. Andres Gonzalez, the left fielder, would be next here in the top of the 6th inning. Three-two, and a swing and a pop-up foul and out of play.
Please return all foul balls to the train station. In exchange, you'll get a free spot.
Three-two, and that hit him. Had him down in 2-strike count. He's hit by a pitch, and Rodriguez shaking his head as he runs down the line. A 2-out hit by pitch. And here's Gonzalez. Ground out to third and a strikeout swinging tonight. Check to first. Back in safely. First pitch. Down and in, ball one. Down and in, 2-0 now. Time is called. Catcher going to come out and talk to his pitcher, Mitchell. We'll step away briefly and be right back. Two of the count for Gonzalez. And a foul back, 2-1. Two one, and that is line foul, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Mitchell looking to get through this inning here. And they got him picked off at first. No. Back in safely. Rodriguez was caught leaning, but he's back in safely. And the count remains 2-2. And he's covered in dirt now. He's going to widen out now. There he goes, 2-2, fouled back, and he'll have to return to the base as he still slides into second anyways. Still waiting on the Express to pull off a pickoff here at home this year. They've been hard to come by. They've had opportunities, it's just the execution has not been there. Two-two, we'll see if he goes again. Mitchell deals. And he struck out the side here in the top of the 6th inning. Nice job by the right-hander out of Bucknell, Bryce Mitchell. Express sending up 2-3-4 when we return here on the Express Baseball Network. Strasburg to bat here in the bottom of the sixth in a 3-3 game. 2-3-4, Douglas, Castillo, and eBay against the right-hander Stewart. Jay is 1 for 2 tonight. Make that 1 for 3. Double, a line out and a ground out. Pitch misses, ball 1. Final line for Covington's Griffith. He went a third of an inning, no hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, no strikeouts. 1+ innings so far for Stewart. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. Again, looking through this Express lineup, a lot of kind of empty scoring. Looking at their numbers tonight. A lot of walks, but then a lot of outs as well. 1-1. Douglas goes after one in the dirt, 1-2. Express just have not hit the ball well this year after rainouts or off days. It's been a struggle to put it together. They need to play more MLB The Show or something during the off days. 1-2 to Douglas, and that's a tad bit high, 2-2. One concern for a later game is the skunk might have more time to come out and show itself. Typically comes out around 10:45 to 11 o'clock, so we're in that window right now. And we'll know pretty quickly if there's one in the outfield. 2-2, and he struck him out on a breaking ball. 1 out here in the sixth, and here's Eddie Castillo.
Second baseman, number 3, Eddie Castillo.
Eddie, RBI double in the first, line out to right in the third, walk and a run scored in the fifth. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Haven't been many games this year where the Express have gone without a home run, especially home games. But they still don't have one tonight. Just 2 extra base hits, a couple of doubles earlier in the game. First inning, 0-1. That's away and off the glove, 1-1. At bat number 3, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. You add those up and you get 3. One to Castillo. Swinging a liner into left. That's down for a base hit, and that's one of the best hit balls of the night in general in this game. As Castillo's on for the second time tonight, he's halfway to the cycle, and Josh eBay will step in. So they get a hit off of Stewart, 5th hit of the game for the Express. First pitch to Josh eBay, looking to put the Express on top here in the 6th inning. Wave and a miss. Major League All-Star game, the National League on top of the American League, 6-4 in the top of the 8th inning. AL going for the win in Atlanta. Oh, 1's in there, 0-2. Oh, 2 from Stewart. And did he go? No, he didn't. One and 2. And base umpire telling something to the Covington dugout. 1-2, runner goes. The pitch is swung on a miss, throw to second, and he is safe. So Castillo steals the base, but eBay's down on strikes. So the go-ahead runs into scoring position with 2 outs for Landon Beaver.
Number 15, Landon Beaver.
Turks ended up beating the Cardinals 21-2. Cannons beat the Braves 7-1. Rebels lead Woodstock 6-1, top of the ninth. And still some scoring issue there in that Waynesboro-Culpeper game. All right, can Strasburg get the hit that they're looking for here? They've left men on every single inning so far. Beaver takes ball one. Stewart must be pretty tough on the right-hander. Fouled back. Maybe tough on both sides. 1-1. Granted, Castillo, the righty, got the hit. But that breaking ball must be very hard to pick up on. eBay was well out in front, and he was fooled. Douglas was as well. Beaver takes outside, 2-1. 3-3 we play in the bottom of the sixth. Coming up on 11 o'clock here. North-south battle. It's going to be a long night for the Jacks heading home as well. Beaver, wave and a miss. Left the breaking ball in the zone, but he couldn't connect. 2-2. Got to expect Strasburg probably going to a new arm for the next inning. We'll see if Mitchell trots back out or if they'll bring someone else in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that's high, 3-2. Beavers already walked twice tonight. Also flew out to center on a ball that just kept on going. Looked relatively routine, and then finally Durfee got back to catch it toward the wall. Payoff pitch here to Beaver. And a swing and a miss. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it in the sixth. Strasburg offense continues to sputter here tonight. We're going to the seventh, 3-3 our score. New pitcher for Strasburg. We go to the top of the 7th is Davis Rivers, the right-hander. Rivers out of Wofford from Columbia, South Carolina. Time is called here. Third base umpire telling guys to get back into the dugout. There's another one being told to go in. Covington not liking that too much. Count is 0-1 to Tamargo and 0-2. And a liner foul towards the Covington manager. Didn't really move. Rivers' numbers on the year, 12 1/3, 13 strikeouts, 4.38 ERA. That pitch is there for a strike 3 called. Oh, excuse me. Check swing at third. He didn't go. 1-2. All right, we'll get to some baseball history on this day, the 15th of July. Here in just a moment. So now it's a 1-2 to Tamargo. 2 ground outs to short. Rivers, right-hander, sets, takes a deep breath and deals. And a ground ball up the middle, charging the short again. Look at this play. Good play out there again by Bowles. Keeps the glove down, makes it look easy. Another ground out to third. And there's one out in the 7th for Danny Castillo.
Third baseman, number 8, Daniel Castillo.
Castillo is 0 for 1, a walk and a ground out and a fly out. First pitch a strike, 0-1. All right, today in 1914, and now we've got some more discussion out here. Covington's manager yelling into his own dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And wake up, that'll straighten him out. Today in 1914 at Fenway Park, Dutch Leonard shuts out the Cleveland Naps 4-0. Umpire Tom Connolly, tiring of the taunting from the Red Sox bench, ejects 8 Boston players. Thought that was fitting right now. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul toward the parking lot. It is 1-2. Today in 1920, Babe Ruth ties his 1919 record of 29 home runs with a game winner in the 13th to beat the St. Louis Browns 13-10. 2 days later, he'll break it by hitting 2 off of White Sox pitcher Dickie Kerr. 1-2, and that is down and away from the right-hander Rivers, 2-2. Today in 1937, the Philadelphia Athletics snap a 15-game losing streak, beating the White Sox 3-1. 2-2 to the Covington third baseman, swung on and missed. And another strikeout for Strasburg pitching. 2 outs here at the top of the 7th. Here's Brandon Durfee. Durfee, one of the better nights here in this game for either team. A single and a double, a run scored, and a stolen base. And he swings and misses at a ball down, 0-1. Davis Rivers looking very good so far out of the pen. And that is hit high in the air to left. It is deep, but playable out there. at the wall for Paul Osting, and that ball just stays in the park. Time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Strasburg coming up to bat, looking to break this tie here on the Express Baseball Network. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Strasburg tied with Covington. The Express enter first place in the North at 22-11. Covington last place in the South at 11-19, but we're all tied up here. Paul Osting leads off for Strasburg. Has the right-hander Stewart back to the mound. First pitch, down and in, ball 1. It'll be Osting, Tallarico, and Anderson. Combined 0 so far with a couple of RBIs. Paul looking to get his first hit of the game here and get the go-ahead run on. The pitch. That's in there, 1-1. Back to some history. Today in 1952, Johnny Vandermeer, 38 years old, of the Beaumont Roughnecks in the Texas League, pitches a no-hitter. In 1938, he pitched 2 consecutive Major League no-hitters. Still a record today. 1-1. And he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt, 1-2. Strasburg not touching this right-hander Stewart at all right now. Today in 1954, Phillies center fielder Richie Ashburn walks 5 times in a 2-1 loss to the Cincinnati Redlegs. One-two to Paul Osting. And a swing and a high fly ball. It's deep. It's back at the wall, leaping. It's off the top of the wall. It's going to stay in the park. But Paul Osting's into second with a double. He thought it was gone. I thought it was gone, but it just stayed in the park out there. Leadoff double for Strasburg here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a leadoff double's been very hard to come by. In fact, we haven't seen any tonight. So a big time, or at least none for the Express. Everybody in the press box thought it was gone. I think it hit a bug and it deflected back into the park. All right, here's a chance now for the new member of the Express, Tallarico. He's 0 for 3. RBI his last time up on a fielder's choice. He takes up and in, ball 1. Big time chance here. (1-0) to Aiden Tallarico. Swing and a miss. 1-1. All right, this next history note, hopefully it does not happen in our game. We'll get to it in just a second. 1-1, trying to get that go-ahead run to third here. And watch out. Ooh, Tallarico didn't like it, 2-1. All right, today in 1971, the Pirates beat the Padres 4-3 in a marathon thriller. Pittsburgh tied the game in the bottom of the 9th, 13th, and 16th before winning it on a Clemente home run in the 17th inning. 2-1 high to Tallarico, 3-1. Go ahead, run at second. Nobody out here for Strasburg in the bottom of the 7th inning. Leadoff double by Paul Osting. Stewart trying to get through another inning here. He's been pitching very well. And that's in the dirt. He lays off first and second. Nobody out for the Express.
Third baseman, number 14, Jack Anderson.
All right, Anderson 0 for 3, a couple of lineouts and a strikeout. We've got a visit to the mound. A couple of guys running to the bullpen here. We've got a 29, we've got a 42, and a 14. The 14 doesn't match the other two jerseys, though. All right, while they have this visit, we'll step away and be right back. Strasburg trying to get the lead here in the 7th. All right, first and second, nobody out here for Jack Anderson. Will he try to square around? Again, the Express have one sacrifice bunt the entire season, and we are in game number 34. Anderson, the batter. Covington expecting it. He does show. He pulls back for ball one. They're going to appeal down. Did he go? No. 1-0. Anderson from James Madison University. 1-0. He squares, and he pops it up over the first baseman's head. The throw to first, not in time, and Anderson beats it out. Holy cow. Anderson's bunt over the first baseman's head. Second baseman came over to try to save the day.
The catcher, number 47.
And it's going to be a bunt single, and the bases are full with nobody out. A gift for the Express. Barrios charged in and went right over his head. Holy cow. Exactly how he drew it up, the power bunt, something that was just invented. Have you ever heard of the power bunt? Well, it just got invented. Bases full, nobody out. Here is Morales. Ball one, 1-0. Covington will play the infield in. One 0 the count to Morales. He's walked twice and singled once. 7 hits for the Express tonight. Big spot. The pitch. In the dirt. 2-0. A double, a walk, and a popped up bunt single over the first baseman's noggin. Two-0. Swing and a miss. He went after a ball in the dirt. 2-1.
Say, why are you still up? Oh, you leaving in the morning? But he's still home.
2 balls, 1 strike to Morales. And he went after ball 4. 2-2 now. Two. And he struck out again. He couldn't lay off.
Shortstop, number 41, Brady Bowles.
So Morales got the same pitch over and over, and he got in the 3-1 count, and then swung it 3 in a row that were down and in the dirt. So that's a huge first out. Top of lineup now, Brady Bowles. See if he can come up with the big hit. That's way outside, ball 1. One-0. That's in there, 1-1. Strasburg, 2 left on in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the last of the seventh in a 3-3 game. And a foul ball, Bowles in a 1-2 count. What a job this would be if Stewart can get this second out without allowing the go-ahead run to come across. Now he appears to have, I'm just wiping his face off. That's a lot of humidity out there. Players like us are going home with a little more weight on us than we had, and that's not because of the milkshakes that we had earlier. 1-2 to Bowles. And a breaking ball is up and in, 2-2. We play here in the last of the seventh at 11-11. 3-3 our score. 2-2. And a swing and a liner to short, and it's a double play. A line out to short, caught out there by Gonzalez. Threw it to second for the double play, and the base is full, nobody out, results in nothing. Covington pumped up. We go to the eighth. It's still tied at 3. We go to the top of the eighth. Strasburg has now left 13 men on base so far. Covington, they've left 5. 3-3. Jacks have 3, 4, 5. Sanchez, Gonzalez, and Barrios do up. First pitch, Sanchez swings and misses. One of his arms fell off the bat, 0-1. And that's in there, 0-2. Strasburg had the bases loaded, nobody out. Morales got in a 3-1 count, then swung at a few balls in the dirt, couldn't lay off. He struck out, then a 6-3 double play. Bowles lined out, and Tallarico was out at second. The 0-2 is off the plate, 1-2. So what will give here in this game? 1-2. Breaking ball misses. Oh. And Rivers slipped, but he's okay. 2-2. So heart of the lineup here. 3-4-5. Sanchez 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI single, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. And he swings and fouls it back. Hits himself in the head with his bat off the helmet. It's a big out right here. He'd really like to get Sanchez here. Don't let him start a rally here in the top of the 8th inning. But again, all the opportunities Strasburg has had as he takes down and in, 3-2. He's a very emotional player, it seems, very vocal, and make sure everyone knows that he's down there. Three-two, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big, healthy hack there. And he goes down on strikes for the first time tonight. 1 out here in the 8th inning, and here's Wilfred Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 0 for 1. Struck out swinging last time. Dropped third 2-3. Morales threw it down. Here he chops it to third. Anderson will play it up. Throw to first in time. 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning for Strasburg pitching. And here's Barrios for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3.
First baseman, number 34, Archimedes Barrios.
Archimedes Barrios. The first baseman, he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts swinging. Rivers looking for a 1-2-3 top of the 8th inning here. The pitch. That misses. Yes, he will not be the first out of the inning here. It's impossible. 1-0 the count. And a foul back right on it, 1-1. Strasburg will have 2, 3, 4 due up. And typically on a normal night, you'd be saying, oh, this could be big for them. But the way things have gone tonight, it's just really, runs are just hard to come by. Such an unusual thing for this high-octane offense. 1-1. Check swing, he held off. Oh, he went around, 1-2. Oh, time is called, and that third base umpire not happy with the response from the dugout. It looks like the bench has been warned for Covington. And he's discussing it with the manager over there in the third base coach's box. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball to left toward the line, and making the running catch out there is Paul Osting. And I believe that was a fair ball. Fly out to left will do it. In the top of the 8th. All right, can Strasburg get a run across? We go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-3 our score. Thanks for staying up late with us. All right, we go to baseball in the bottom of the 8th inning here. Strasburg and Covington 3-3 our score. As we approach the 3-hour mark in this game, in a game that was already delayed, an hour 28. All right, Douglas leads off. He shows bunt, and it's fouled back, 0-1. It'll be Douglas, Castillo, and eBay as Stewart is back to the mound. We do have a pitcher, appears, going down to the Covington bullpen, number 29, Chase Ledger, also from Albany State. Oh, 1. That's a slider down and away. Laid off this time, 1-1. The 1-1 to Jay Douglas. Breaking ball lined sharply into right field and right at Tamargo for the first out. He hit it well, but right at him. We've seen plenty of that tonight. And Eddie Castillo will step in. All right, 1 out here, bottom of the 8th for the Express. Eddie Castillo's had a good night. 2 for 3. His 1 out was a sharp line out to right back in inning number 3, the pitch. And he takes a strike, 0-1. He's got a single, a double, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. And he looks to break this scoreless tie here, or I should say this 3-3 tie in the bottom of the 8th. Feels scoreless. That's a strike, 0-2. Plenty of scoreless innings when there have been opportunities. 0-2 quickly to Castillo. Josh eBay, the DH, on deck. 0-2 from Stewart. Swing and a high fly to left. Back at the wall, and it is gone. And in the bottom of the 8th inning, Eddie Castillo lifts the Express to a 4-3 lead. Getting just enough to leave the park. And for Eddie, that is his 7th home run of the year. And Strasburg leads it 4-3. They finally get to the right-hander Stewart here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Castillo continues to just put on a show this season for the Strasburg Express. How about that? It was an 0-2 pitch that he hit out of the park. 4-3 Express. Here's eBay. Can they keep it going? He takes a strike, 0-1. So Castillo is now just a triple shy of the cycle. eBay fly out and a strikeout, 2 walks, and he takes down and away, 1-1. Strasburg now with 8 hits in the ball game. More importantly, leading 4-3. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Looked like a changeup there, 1-2. So Strasburg bullpen activity seems to be happening out there. We hear the glove smacking a little bit. Stewart again ahead, 1-2. And a strike 3 called, and eBay down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 2 outs now, and here's Beaver.
Number 15, Landon Beaver.
There haven't been many games this year where eBay and Beaver are both in the lineup and are both hitless in the game, but this would be one of those if Beaver can't get a hit here. Stewart has thrown 71 pitches in relief here for Covington. 71 pitches through 3 2/3. Beaver awaits the pitch. And that is in there. He shakes his head no. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 to Landon Beaver. That's down, 1-1. Try to get some more history here before we wrap this up for the night. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That's in the dirt. Oh, that got the umpire. Got the umpire real good. Got him on the hand, I believe. Going to give him a second here. Today in 1988, for the second time during the season, Red Sox fireballer Roger Clemens strikes out 16 Kansas City Royals. Today in 1991, the Mets trade pitcher Ron Darling and minor league pitcher Mike Thomas to the Expos in exchange for pitcher Tim Burke. Today in 1994, in the second game of a doubleheader against the Padres, the Mets' Brett Saberhagen goes 10 innings, striking out 11, giving up 5 hits and allowing no runs. Still giving the umpire a chance here after he got hit by that pitch. Today in 1999, the Rangers tie the Major League record with walks by 3 consecutive pinch hitters, Rusty Greer, Rafael Palmeiro, and Lee Stevens in the bottom of the 9th against the Diamondbacks. Rangers win it 3-2. All right, back to play here. 2 balls, 1 strike to Beaver. 4-3 Strasburg, and Eddie Castillo home run here in this inning to give the Express the lead, swing and a miss, 2-2. 2-2. And that is fouled back. Today in 2005 at Miller Park, Mike Stanton's first appearance in a Nationals uniform is a memorable one as the Southpaw balks home the winning run. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Landon Beaver, the first baseman out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham. The pitch. And that is a strike 3 called. Beaver down looking. Second time he's struck out tonight. And that will send us to the 9th inning. Strasburg with a 4-3 lead. They'll call to the bullpen. It might be the closer, Roig. We'll see who it is and be right back here on the Express Baseball Network. All right, here we go. Top of the ninth. The closer is in for the Express. The fireballer that wears the number 42, Jose Roy, out of Pasco Hernando Community College, 6'2" righty out of Miami, Florida. He'll take over and face Castellano, Rodriguez, and Gonzalez here in the top of the ninth inning. Final line for Davis Rivers for Strasburg, 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. All right, Roy trying to finish it off here in the ninth. His first pitch is hit into right field, coming in and making the catch on one pitch for the first out here in the ninth inning. Out there is Tallarico. Great start for Roy here in the ninth inning.
The catcher, number 21, Nick Rodriguez.
Here's Nick Rodriguez, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Numbers for Roy, this is his 6th appearance. He has 4 saves, 6 2/3, 12 strikeouts. He's walked 2 and allowed 5 hits. No record with a 2.70 ERA. First pitch here to the left-hander Rodriguez. And that is low, ball 1. MLB All-Star Game is now tied at 6 in the ninth with 2 outs. If they go to extras, they will have a home run derby to determine the winner of the game. 1-0. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Again, Strasburg taking the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning thanks to a solo home run by Eddie Castillo. Now trying to finish the job here in the top of the ninth. Roig behind 2-0, and he fires it in on the breaking ball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. And a pop-up, playable left side. And it's dropped. Osting drops the ball, throw to second, not in time. And it'll be an error out there on Paul Osting. Second error for Strasburg, and it comes at an awful time on a pop-up to left field. It falls down. And the tying run is now at second with 1 out here in the ninth inning. Covington getting into it now. Here's Andres Gonzalez. He's 0 for 3. And a foul back. It's 0-1. Probably hear their dugout getting into it, singing and making all sorts of noise. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away. Catcher can't find it, and the tying run moves to third and an 0-2 count. Strasburg's going to have to play the infield in now. The ball, fortunately, didn't go all the way out of play. It went way up the netting. It's a 2-strike count now, and Strasburg's infield will come in. 0-2 the count. You got to think Roig is either going to try to elevate a fastball or bury something. You can't give him anything to even make contact with here. 0-2. And a strike 3 called. He froze him on a breaking ball. 2 outs. Roig is all about it right now. And now Covington's dugout is going bonkers. Their head coach is telling them to calm down. Roig with a lot of emotion after that punch out. 2 outs now here in the ninth inning.
Number 13, Tyler Tamargo.
So Covington down to their last hope here with the tying run at third and 2 outs in the ninth for Tyler Tamargo. He's hit it to short 3 times tonight. Roig looking to finish it. Swing and a miss, 0-1. The end of this game is going to be really interesting here. We'll see what happens. 0-1 the count. Roig looking for the save. Covington looking to tie it. 4-3 in the ninth. 2 outs, the 0-1 to Tamargo. And that is in there, and Roig is a strike away from finishing this thing off for the Express here in the top of the ninth. He's ahead 0-2. Covington got here late due to traffic on 81. This game got started at 8:28. We play here at 11:37 in the ninth, a strike away. The 0-2, swing and a miss, he struck him out. Roig is getting into all sorts of emotion here, and here comes emotion from Covington. Here come the Lumberjacks out of the dugout. All sorts of emotion here as this ball game is over. Victor Sanchez is being held back right now. Look at this emotion from both of these teams here after a long night at the ballpark. Covington's manager is ripping his own players away. Jose Roig showing his emotion here at the end of this game as he finishes it off, but the bench has come clear. Strasburg all about it. Fortunately, these teams won't meet again this year unless they both get to the championship. But Strasburg wins it, and as I figured, Roig would have a lot of emotion, and that's exactly what it was as he finishes the game off, and Strasburg wins their 23rd game of the year here tonight. What a game this was here in this one. A lot of yelling. Still hear yelling from the Express as they walk down the field. But here tonight, Strasburg wins it by a final of 4-3 and a very crazy finish as the benches come clear. Jose Roig got the strikeout. He went bonkers against looking at the Covington dugout, and Covington didn't like that, especially Victor Sanchez. He came flying out of the dugout. He had to be restrained, and now the umpire's talking to the head coaches of these teams. But at the end of the day, it's another win for Strasburg, and their lead in the division, I believe, is now up to 2 games here after tonight's victory. It might be 2.5, actually, because Woodstock lost. So the division lead now up to 2.5 for Strasburg as we inch towards the end of the season here tonight. Winning pitcher tonight in this one for Strasburg, Davis Rivers. He goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And the save goes to Jose Roig. That is his 5th save of the year. He goes an inning and strikes out 2 and finishes it off for the Express here tonight. Strasburg 4 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. Covington 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Strasburg is now 23-11. Covington falls to 11-20. The Express are on the road tomorrow night at Winchester, a 7 o'clock start. And we'll be back here on Thursday to once again play Winchester at 7 o'clock. I want to thank everyone for sticking with us all night long. It's been a long night, but the Express victorious 4-3. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again from First Bank Park in Strasburg here on Wednesday night. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2025 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.